Well, they're the end of Prime Minister's questions. So we're just watching in the House of Commons as those MPs move out, just trying to see if we can get any closer images there of the front bench as they leave, because quite extraordinary during Prime Minister's questions, obviously listening to the exchanges, but it was very difficult to take your eyes off Rachel Reeves sitting behind the Prime Minister. Let's bring in our Deputy Political Editor, Sam Coates. We were both right up close to the screen staring. What did you see, Sam?
That was a really difficult watch. It was quite unlike anything I've seen in Prime Minister's questions before. It appeared to me, and to the judgment of several other people at Sky, that Rachel Reeves was crying, and I can see some of my colleagues nodding at the moment, at multiple points during Prime Minister's questions.
There was clearly a tear that rolled down her cheek twice that I saw.
Reflecting off the light, which is why you could see it on TV. She appeared at points to be holding in sobs, and she appeared at other points, all the way through Prime Minister's questions, to be wiping away tears. As I say, multiple people have been looking very closely in the last 25 minutes, and that is our judgment right now. The political decisions of the last 24 hours appear potentially to be weighing very, very heavily on the Chancellor. Now, I have to say potentially, because there is an almighty caveat that we have to say right now. And that caveat is we are making a judgment based on images that we can see on a TV screen, and we do not know what is going on with the Chancellor right now.
There are hay fever.
There may be personal reasons. There might be private reasons. There might be conditions like hay fever. To be honest, to let you into the sausage factory, Jane, we are asking her team. We have not had a reply to the question, what is going on? But it is inescapable, I think, that the Chancellor, who the Prime Minister must have chosen to have her sat next to him today in the most prominent position on this most difficult of days, and she appeared weighed down by events to the point that there were tears. Now, Kemi Badenoch, the Conservative leader, she brought up the Chancellor's appearance. She said that Rachel Reeves looked miserable. And inescapably, as you said, it's the most striking thing about today's Prime Minister's questions. There was a section in that Prime Minister's questions where the Prime Minister paid tribute to the Chancellor. Now,
she has delivered, and we are grateful for it.
Now
that he said.
That sounded almost in the past tense. Again, we do not know what is going on, but what we observe, what we think we observe at that moment, was that was a moment of particular emotion for the Chancellor. It appeared watching on TV. Viewers who have just sat through that will have to make their own calculations, and we are asking for clarification, and we will have to see how events unfold. Look, we are at an unbelievably difficult point for this government, an incredible moment, barely a year into Keir Starmer's premiership, which he won with a landslide majority, but appears to have lost control of his own side. But politicians are humans, and I think we've been very much reminded of that today. And there is political weight that all politicians feel in private and potentially today in public. But I must say one more thing, Jane. It has to be said, right now we do not know the future political fate of Rachel Reeves either. Kemi Badenoch says that Keir Starmer did not clarify that the Chancellor would be in this for the long haul, nor did he say anything about what he was going to do with the almighty welfare defeat from last night, how big the bill, the black hole in the finances will be. There are so many questions right now, but I think all the questions today suddenly are going to lead back to Rachel Reeves.